I thought I'd record this so that I could just give you a brief overview of the materials so that you know what they are. So the lesson document here is all the different lessons put together for you to use in the test prep unit. So I have the part explaining a little bit about RTI and the options you could do with Moby Max. I don't know if you've looked at Moby Max yet, but the kids go under the test prep icon. And then under test prep icon is actually math, language, literature, and informational. And then for each area that they do, there's a skill check and a practice. So with the skill check, they start working through the skills. And then if they hit a skill they don't know, they get a little lesson teaching them. Then I have the reading part here for you. That's all the reading test prep stuff that has all the different lessons all the way through, and I'll explain the layout of that in a second. If you scroll all the way to the bottom, whoops, I went a little too far. We have the writing part here, and it's laid out here. I have 7 days, and it really depends on how you want to do day one. I kind of used as day one to kind of give kids an understanding of what the layout of the test was, and actually as I was looking at it again tonight, I'll actually switch this now, is you might want to go through with the kids just when they are planning their writing, that there's actually a thing that talks about how to plan it. So I'll just put the link to one of the things that has that piece in there for you. Okay, so if we go to how is the reading laid out, basically I have it set that I have the link to the lesson. So you can click on this and it'll go to the day of the lesson. It's all in one big long presentation. And when you click on it, it'll actually go to the day that you have. And then I have the teaching points, so you know the focus. This is what you're focusing on for the lesson that the kids need to know. And then the explanation definition is just some information to help you with the teaching part, so that you would use for explaining to them and then using as the demo that we do. And then over here under materials, I have links to any documents that you would use and a little bit of explanation of what they are. So day one is more on the format of the test, and then the last day of the test is where they can actually practice the different parts in the forward situation. But otherwise, day 2 through 14 are different skills that kids use when they're taking tests. So for instance, we have day 2, you can click on it and go to the lesson. And then if you want to use the presentation, you can. You don't have to, but I did try to put a couple slides together that you can display for students. So you have your the different parts, and I put some different pieces in there. So this would be the telling of the teaching point. Today we're going to do this. Give your explanation. We're going to try some things together and look at it, and then they're going to go off and demo practice on their own. So that's kind of how I have it set up in there. So then again, when we're looking here at day 2, they're doing test directions. Then you have here the explanation of what that is and the things you would want to go over with them. With this kind of stuff too, then you would show that with them with the demo pieces I have. And the demo, when I say demo text, I think that was the terminology I used. Those are a lot of the times that you'll use part of it to model and then the other part to practice with them. And then we have the, the text here for student practice. And this one, it's dolphins, and then I put the answer for you. And then again, it's up to you if you want to do all the questions or not. I just put those, a lot of different stuff in there, so kids got multiple practices practicing things. So that's kind of the setup. So you got your lesson, your teaching point, here's the things to explain, and then here's the material. So as far as copies and what to do, if you let me know what you need, I'll be happy to do that. The student text might be the thing that you want a copy of. Otherwise, the rest of the things are actually right here. You can click into them when you're doing the presentation. So that's kind of the layout of the that I did for you for the test prep.